Hey everyone, Tails Your Ninja.
It's Matthew108.
And today we are going to see what happens if you put a foreign disc into a radio.
Alright, let's check this out.
Alright, so we don't have a music CD, so we're just going to do a PS1 game for a start. X-Men Mutant Academy. Let's see what we get. Alright, let's see what we get. And awesome, we get soundtracks, so that's cool. So PS1 games, they don't play the game, but they play the soundtrack at least, so that's cool. Alright, we have a PS3 game up next, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Let's see what we get. No disc. Okay. So it does not work. That's because it's a Blu Ray. Alright. We have the original Xbox game, Star Wars Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds.
And the next game is going to be Left 4 Dead 2 for the 360.
Alright. Let's see what we get. Alright. It says no discs and it didn't even spin. That's weird. It spun on my radio that I have. Alright. We have Left 4 Dead 2 for the 360. Let's see what we get. And once again, nothing. Next up, Resident Evil 2 Remastered on the Xbox One. Yeah, no disc. Doesn't even recognize it that quick. Alright. We have a neat Tony Hawk Underground 2 for the Gamecube. I almost said Need for Speed, but yeah, the disc is really small, so hopefully it doesn't get stuck. And it does not work either. Didn't even spin.
Yeah, but after this one, the YouTube...
Alright, we have Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. And once again, nothing. Let me see if the lens is dirty. So we have Super Smash for Wii U. Let's see what we get. And nothing. This doesn't even spin. Alright, we have OKKO, Let's Be Heroes for DVD. Let's see what we get. And nothing. That's disappointing. Alright. We have a Blu Ray up next. There's also a DVD of Toy Story. And it does not work. Alright. We have a blank DVR. See what we get. And also nothing. No surprise there. Alright, now we have a Tips and Tricks CD-ROM. Alright, so it's spinning, and yeah, we get one track, so does it have any other tracks? Nope, so I'm just going to take it out. Alright, we have World of Warcraft up next for PC.
Yeah, but he gave that to me just in case I want to play some PC games.
Alright, World of Warcraft. Let's see what we get. And once again, nothing. Doesn't even play any soundtrack. That is really disappointing. I have Tetris for the Nintendo Game Boy. Oh, I don't want it to damage my game, and that's not damaged. There's also a tape side, which I'll see if that works. And nothing. Okay. That's a little disappointing. Alright. How about Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland? Let's put that in there. That's a good game. I recommend it if you never played it. And no disc. Alright. Disappointment. Alright. Is Sonic 2 for the Game Gear? Actually, no. I don't want to damage it like my Game Boy game. Alright. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, then. Explorers of Darkness. Let me actually put it in the lens so I can read it. And no disc because it's a cartridge. That's why. All right, Sonic Generations for the 3DS. All right. Huh, that's... I was actually trying to read it this time. That's a little strange. Huh. Alright. We have a PSP game, Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. Let's just carefully remove the disc. These little UMDs are super sensitive, so I'll just be careful. And nothing, so... Oh. Alright. Hopefully it'll still work.
And the last one was a VHS.
Alright. Yes, we have a VHS finally. We have Beatles VHS tape. What? Doesn't even work. Also, rest in peace, Pive Montier.
The guy who created some YouTube poop.
Yep.
But he committed suicide when he got depression about his family issues.
Yeah. Well, yeah, rest in peace, famous YouTuber.